What's up, everybody? It's Ramil coming to you from the one and only Small Fry Show. On tonight's video, I want to talk about. Let me roll this window up. I want to talk about dealing with the DOT. And how this topic came up and things like that. But before we get too deep in this thing, you already know what I need you to do. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And come join the family. Also, the views and topics expressed in these videos do not represent the company I work for. I am not a spokesperson for them. That being said, happy Sunday, or Super Bowl Sunday. I'm at work, so I'm going to listen to it. I ain't got a dog in the fight, man. My team's out of it, the Packers, so I'm going to listen to it a little bit here over there. Also, at the time of this video, we 19 family members away from 1,000. We had 981. My birthday is March 9th. That'd be a wonderful birthday gift to be at 1,000 family members. I know we can do it. That's 19. We got about 3 weeks. I think. 2 or 3 weeks. It's a short month, so. But let's talk about dealing with the DOT. Okay, the DOT stands for the Department of Transportation. If you're a truck driver in any shape, form, or fashion, it's going to come a time that you're going to deal with them. Whether it's the weigh station, whether it's getting pulled over for a random inspection. And so, there's a YouTuber that I follow. Her name is Nisha K. She has very good videos and topics. Had to get that gear real quick before we got to the tracks, because you don't shift crossing the tracks. She has very good topics, good clean content too, man. She got some really good stuff. I'll link the video or her page, because that's where I got the idea, the topic from. So she had an encounter with a DOT officer. She wasn't fully aware of why she was getting pulled over. And he asked to open her door, the passenger door. She asked why, he explained why he was wanting to open her door. And, she explained she got a dog in the truck. She didn't feel comfortable, things like that. So, I just kind of want to hit on my experiences. Next month, I've been out here for 15 years, so I've had my experiences with them. I've had experiences with them at a weigh station. I've had experiences with them on the side of the highway. And it happens. So I recorded a video of crossing the St. Croix, Minnesota scale. That's going in from Wisconsin going into Minnesota on Interstate 94. You are pretty much at their discretion, because just like anything else, every officer has their interpretation of the law. And they may not be understanding of the law, or their understanding may be incorrect. And that's why it's good to have that book, or, even ask them, hey, can I pull the rule up and show you what the federal website is? The DOT that is ran by the states is actually funded by the government. That's a government entity. Now, I'm starting to see it more and more. I live in Columbus. The city of Columbus Police has their own commercial division. The sheriff's department has their commercial division. All these small municipalities, police departments, sheriff's offices, they all have their own little commercial enforcement. And I'm not going to say it's a money grab, because it's important. It's important to catch stuff that we as drivers don't catch, but you can see everybody has their hand in on it. And so that's another thing that's kind of, you got to worry about, is they don't really, sometimes they don't know. So in this video, the officer was telling her that she had a violation and she really didn't. Now the old rules, when they came out with the 30-minute break after 8 hours, When they first came out with it, it was you needed a 30-minute break after 8 hours on duty. That's 8 hours starting your clock, and it had to be in sleeper or off duty. Well, they, in 2021, they amended that rule and made it 8 hours after driving. But after 8 hours of driving, it could be 30 minutes of on duty, off duty sleeper. You just couldn't be driving, so you could be fueling, cleaning the windows. 30 minutes off duty, taking a shower. Whatever that 30-minute yard move. That was good now. Back then it wasn't. So this particular officer, I don't know what state it was, and that really don't matter, but this particular officer was not up to date on the new rules, so therefore he wrote her a violation for that. Now, the company can go back and get that amended because he was wrong. But that's a prime example of officers not knowing the law. You can't expect them to know the law because they don't always know the law. And that's where you as a driver, it comes into play. You ain't gotta yell at them and curse at them and things like that, even if you don't agree with them or whatever. But she thought she had created a violation, which is why she got stopped. They don't have to have a reason. They literally can pull you over and say, hey, you were the next white truck coming through and I wanted to stop a white truck, or don't go. They're running lights but no siren. I think that kind of they get on the highway, then they cut them off. Okay, maybe because they're going to be on the highway. They don't. Oh yeah, back to what I was saying. They don't have to have a reason to stop you. They don't. It could literally, like I said, they want to stop a white truck, or if you're going in the weigh station, they want to maybe bring every fifth truck over the weigh instead of bypassing them or inspect them or look at their paperwork or check the brakes and everything. That's their discretion, and they can openly say that. They don't have to have a reason. So it's good to know these things. Also, the more you have your paperwork in order, and you sound like you know what you're talking about, the better that encounter is going to go. Because I'm telling you, they're going to prey off of that. If you don't know, you can't expect them to know. Now, it's okay to say, hey, your interpretation of the rule is wrong. It changed to blah, blah, blah. Can I show you? He may say no. You can't force him to see it. You're just going to have to fight it. They can look in your truck. Now, you don't have to let them. You can say no. But part of the federal rule is that you either have to have written permission, a signed paper, or verbal permission from the owner of the company that you're allowed to have a passenger in the truck. If they see a passenger, or whatnot, they either have to get that paper or call the owner. And the owner can say, hey, if you're working for a smaller company, hey, yes, I gave them permission to have a passenger. No, I didn't. And if you have a passenger without permission, you're going to get in trouble. That passenger is going to be out of that truck. They ain't going to kick them out on the highway. They're going to take them to a safe location. But they won't go no further. More likely, the company is going to terminate you, because a lot of that stuff dealing with passengers and stuff, man, it's really insurance. They don't want to be liable. Have your paperwork in order. You need your cab card so they can operate these e-logs. There's so many different e-log systems, and you can't expect them to know how to operate each one. That cab card is a violation if you don't have it. Cab card. I had a guy stop me one time on a 2-lane. It was nighttime. I cut the interior lights on and things like that. He asked me, did I have any passengers? I said no. He asked me, could he look? I said yes. He looked, verified I didn't. He gave me, he put me over for speeding. One thing I don't like is when they ask you, do you know what I pulled you over for? No, I don't. Even if I have it in my mind that I may have, no. The answer is no, I don't know. You tell me though. We're not going to play a guessing game here on the side of the highway. Because for one, you risk getting hit, I'm risking getting hit, but let's hurry up and get this over with. I don't agree with the way they do it. I don't make the rules. I just know how to play the game. I don't agree with the side of the inspections pulling you over on the side of the highway making traffic stop. Here in Ohio, the commercial enforcement, their SUVs are white with blue lettering. They don't even have guns. They're making traffic stops without guns. Stopping these trucks is traffic stops. Let's face it, there's criminals that drive these trucks. If they want to write you a citation, they have to call the highway patrol in. They issue you the citation. But they do them on the side of the highway, and I don't agree with it because all this move over, slow down, which you guys know I've advocated for that in every video. Move over, slow down. That's one of my pet peeves, but it's unnecessary to do it on the side of the highway. Get me to a rest area, get me to a way station, get me to a safe location, then do whatever you want. But I just want to put this out there and clarify that they don't need a reason to stop you. Not the DOT, they don't. They don't. As far as opening the door and things like that, if you don't feel safe, hey, she told him, I don't feel comfortable. I got a dog in the truck. Why you need to open my door? She challenged them, but she didn't challenge them in a negative way, And they compromised. Said, okay, I get it. I understand. I'm a fair guy. But that didn't give him. He still was lacking understanding of the law. So that's where you need to know the law to be able to say, hey, you know what? Nah, this ain't correct. That's the old law. 2021, they amended it. Boom. Even DOT officers don't know the law. There's regular police officers that are lacking in the law. And so the more, like I said, the more you know, the better those encounters will be. Same as a way station. You could be good on your way, and they can flag you, give you the red light, and tell you, hey, bring your paperwork, your logbook, and your truck and trailer permits in, your registration. Okay. Hey, I'm good on my way. Why you stop me? Oh, it's just a random paperwork check today. We want to make sure you got everything. They're going to run your license, see if you got any tickets, check your medical card, things like that. If you're good to go, you're good. If not, you got to deal with it. If it's something wrong, then you got to take it to court and address it. But a lot of that stuff, I'm going to tell you, they know that truck drivers are out of state. They don't want to take the time off to come back. So they know a lot of those tickets are just going to be paid because it's more of an inconvenience to come and fight it than it is to pay it. And they know that. So these are things you got to deal with. It can be intimidating at first, it can, but just get through it, stand up for yourself. If you feel unsafe, record it. Hey, I'm recording this. Let them know, hey, I'm recording this encounter or this stop for my safety. Okay, cool. There's no law with that. They can't stop you from recording. And if they don't want you to record, that should be a red flag in itself. And whatnot. So, they can go as far as breaking the seal on your load, checking your load. They can. Now, with that, what they will do is, if the situation happens and they break the seal on your load, they will sign your paperwork with their name. Let's say Ohio Highway Patrol badge 12345, their name, their badge number, and they'll write the seal that they put on there, and it'll say State of Ohio on the seal and the number. And then the company where you deliver, hey, I got pulled over by the Highway Patrol, DOT, they wanted to verify, whatever, something didn't look right. They had to check it. Boom, here go the seal. This is the keep that seal that they take off of there. Here's the seal that was on there that matches the paperwork. Here's the one they put. It's on the paperwork with the officer. And if they want, they can call and verify, call the Highway Patrol and verify, hey, did your officer do this? Yes, officer such and such did that. Okay, cool, it all checks out, we good to go. That's another thing you can run into. If you get put out of service by a DOT officer, tires, brakes, something that requires a mechanic's signature, and they put you out of service, they're supposed to get you to a safe location. So if they put you out of service here on the side of the highway, they're supposed to get you to the nearest truck stop. So where you can get food, use the bathroom, rest area, something like that. Now, they'll determine however long it is, 10 hours. If you got an hour's service issue, you need to just do a 10-hour break, cool. If you running past your 70, you're going to have to do a 34-hour reset. They determine how long you sit there, they sign it. But if it's a mechanical issue, the person that comes out and does the repairs he'll sign off on that on your inspection report. He'll sign off on it. He'll give it to the company. They'll fax it back, within 10 days to turn the violations in and stuff. And then, that'll clear it up, things like that. So it's a lot to take in, a lot to deal with. Every state is going to be different. And you can't prepare for it because you might get an officer that's having a bad day. So you might naturally be on edge, Officers may make you nervous. That don't mean you've done something wrong. Got a car just got on the side of me with no turn signal. That's things you gotta watch for. Luckily, I was looking and whatnot. So we're passing the truck. I'm in the left lane. He's in the right lane. I always get out ahead of them before I try to get over. That way they can see me. Because you don't want to. If they decide that they gonna get over, and you decide you're getting over at the same time. You'll have a situation where y'all sideswipe each other. Same right here, I'll get out in front of them so they can see me, and then I'll get over. That'll save you from having a side collision. Make sure they see you, you see them. So yeah, that's just my thoughts in a nutshell on dealing with the DOT. This is a little longer video. Somebody commented and said, we hate when YouTubers beat around the bush, hurry up and get to the point. I don't clickbait y'all. I try not to lead y'all on. I try to make the video short and sweet. Sometimes I get to talking and they get prolonged. It happens. I'm sorry. This is a little longer video, but just some things that was coming to my mind. I ain't made a video in a week or so we gonna get this one out. So I hope everybody have a great week. A great, safe week. Looks like the weather is starting to break. So hopefully we'll be in the clear. So I'm ready for it. I'm over y'all see my videos. I'm over the snow. I'm over the winter weather. So, but as always, make sure you ride to your pickup and your delivery on time and safely. Call your loved ones. Tell them you love them. Love on somebody today. But most importantly, be the reason that somebody smiles today. The world needs it now more than ever. It's Surveil coming to you from the one and only Small Fry Show. And I'm out. Peace.